everyone. Welcome to another episode of Rise and Radiate with Ansham. Today I'm joined by someone very, very special who is not just an entrepreneur or a multi business owner, he is a childhood best friend. We have grown up together, shared laughs, seen each other rise, fall, have seen each other's struggles as well. And today I feel very, very proud to share his inspiring journey with all of you. Welcome to the show, Paris.
Thank you very much for such beautiful words and for such introduction,
This
Anjum.
is the first time I'm interviewing someone who knows all my embarrassing stories, so please behave.
Definitely you're safe. Don't worry about that. Your personal things are always safe with me, being a true childhood friend.
Thank
But it
you.
feels so special, Anjum. I never thought that we would
Yeah.
be sitting next to each other this way. But thank you
Yeah.
very much for giving me, such opportunity to share my.
To be honest, it feels really amazing, from the time where we used to share our dreams to sitting like this, where we have
Yeah.
achieved our dreams and we have already chased them. So it feels really,
Now we are
really great.
living into our dreams, which we dreamed of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this is the time.
Yes.
Thanks to God.
Yes, thanks to Almighty. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Paris, you and I grew up together. We have seen each other, the toughest faces as well. How do you think our bond helped you or shaped you for the person you are today?
Well, I would say like this. Our bond, our connection, taught me two things. One is the connection, and one is the consistency in life. So, a life is something like, people comes and go, but the true one, the real ones remains the same. This is how you were sitting next to me, and it's been like 15 years
Yeah.
we're sitting together here.
Yeah, yeah.
So I choose, you know, true bonds, loyalty over crowd. This is what I believe in.
And it's very important.
Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah. So, Paris, let's talk about the turning point in life. Because I've seen your journey from scratch till date. We have worked together, right?
Yeah.
So, we both worked together. So, I know you had a stable job,
Yeah.
you were earning good amount. Then you met someone who wanted to be with the successful business guy, right?
Yeah.
So, can you just walk me through how all it happened?
You know my story though.
Yeah.
She was my first love.
I know.
And I was deeply and madly in love with that girl. And I wanted to marry her.
Yes.
And she wanted to marry somebody who is a successful businessman. That was her desire. So that was something which make me get into the business line. So that's how I started my business. But I would say unluckily, or maybe that was not in my destiny. During the process of getting the success, she got married to somebody else. Yeah.
Oh,
So
and
that's what happened.
that have been really painful, right?
Well, her rejection broke me. But sometimes it happens, the person who breaks your heart pushes you towards the destiny you are meant to live.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
this is what happened.
And you turned your heartbreak into that driving force in your life.
Yes, pain hurts a lot, but pain can actually destroy you or either modify you. And I chose to re-modify myself in a way wherein I can do something or achieve something in my life which is visible to everyone.
So when this thing happened where you were so heartbroken, and I know it was a lot of mental trauma as well for you.
Yeah.
So what was that one moment where you decided ki now it's over, I have to get back and rebuild myself? What was that one moment?
Well, there was a time, when I was like, why to do this all of now. But there were some failures. And I kept saying myself, if not the success, I will end up going the same place where I was, trying to escape from that
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
So I focused myself on the growth rather than getting into the the troubles which I were into.
And what success means to you now?
Success, I believe, for me, uh, to have a free moments in life, wherein you can live your life as per your own way. It's my way. When you have a success, you are least bothered with the other concerned parties.
Yeah.
There are no foundations, no restrictions.
Yeah.
When there is no success,
Yeah.
in life, you have to go by the boundaries. You have to go by the restrictions given by the other authorities. So
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
So
Let nobody
success
tell
for me,
you
yeah.
that you're
So when
limited.
you are a successful person,
Yeah.
you choose your own path, in life. Whatever I want to do, I can do it. I don't need anybody's permission.
Yeah.
That's
But
what
it
success is.
takes time, and it takes a lot of consistency.
Yep.
It takes, because I've seen a lot of time, your graph, it went down, then again you rose up. So it's not easy actually for anyone. And usually, if ever, business is, we know, we both of us know, business graph is always up and down. So it
Right.
can't be just a straight line going up or going down. So you need a lot of consistency, in the business,
Right.
which definitely I've seen in you. So to be able to reach to a point where you say, ki, okay, now I have that sort of a freedom where I don't have to ask anything from anyone, it takes a lot to reach to that point.
Well, I've always remembered one thing, Anjum. Success is always built different. It hits different when you build it with your tears that nobody saw, how it was. That's only me, I know how I achieved this. You know,
I
that
agree.
was my moment, my time,
Yeah.
and I was all alone.
Mm-hmm.
I focused on that one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And as I just said, there must be definitely a moment when you wanted to give up. And so how was the family thing when you had that moment where you were like, you almost wanted to give up? I know the medical reasons and everything, that you went through that time. So it was that one moment when you thought, ki, no, I'll have to get up again, apart from the fact that you will go back to that same life. But was there any person who was there?
Yeah, there was a very, very personal moment. There was a time when I was into highly depression. And no one's parents would like to see their kid as being into depression at such early age.
Yeah.
So there was a moment when everybody at home was very emotional, when this happened, when she got married. So I was, because my parents know, and I have asked them to approach the family to get married. I want to marry that. So everybody was aware of that.
Yeah.
But unluckily, when this happened and I was into depression, I had sleeping disorders, I was going through a phase. Then one day, my father cried. I can't see you like this, Paras. What happened to you? Life doesn't end here.
Absolutely.
You were meant to be something.
Yeah.
Make me feel proud. Do something. Do achieve something in your life. That
Yes.
one day, someday, when cross the path with that woman,
Yeah.
she should see that what's the
What she
man I
loves in
missed.
life. Yeah.
I would have been married to that man.
Yeah.
What he have achieved today. So that thought should be in her mind whenever she sees you.
And if you met your younger self today, that immature guy who felt in love with
Yeah.
a girl in the early teen age, what would you tell him now?
Well, I would just simply say she does not left you or leave you. Basically, maybe it was destined, and there's always a way. Sometimes people come into your life just not to stay, but to give you
Show you the right path.
yeah, give you the lesson, to
Yeah.
be the best version of you which you're meant to be.
Yeah.
So her absence actually built me. That's what I
Wow.
personally feel.
But it's good to take it that way. It's quite motivational as well, because
Yeah.
when we see normally when people go through any heartbreak or anything, so the first thing is like they'll give up on their life and they think that the life ends here.
Yeah.
But no, this is not actually the case. So there are only two ways: either you can allow your pain to destroy you, or
Yeah.
you can allow your pain to build you.
Yes.
So, and I would always suggest people to please allow your pain to build you.
Exactly.
And the only way to get over pain when you go through it.
Yes.
Okay, just go through it.
Right.
Don't think that no, at this moment you need to divert your mind, or at this moment you need to think something else to stay away from the pain. No, if the best way is to go through it, and that's, I think, the ultimate thing what one
Yeah,
can do.
pain gives you strength. It gives you energy. It gives you motivation
Yeah,
to
yeah,
fight and come back stronger.
right, right.
Real harder. Yeah.
Absolutely. I've seen your journey, Paris, from scratch to multi-business owner. There's always someone who will act as a pillar of strength for us, in everyone's life, in
Yeah.
everyone's journey. So who is that one person, who is that pillar of support in your life?
My brother must be watching this, during this. So he is the one who is actually the backbone of my life, of my success. Let's put it this way. You know, he's the one who have always shown a faith in me when nobody was being supportive. Nobody was there, to help me how to grow the business, to choose the right resources, to get the right decisions. You always need second opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody does
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and I was lucky enough that I had my real brother with me. Who have actually been a best friend to me, wherein we can share anything and everything with each other. So when nobody was trusting me, he was there. He was pushing me hard. No, you can do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
There was a time when I was dealing with a client, and it was a very big shot, and he knew me from past, but I was an employee with some other business. But they always liked me. And now there was a time when I wanted to deal with that client for my own business. So I was a bit nervous. But he is the one, you can do it. You are the one who is always dealing with him directly, face to face, nobody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
So just go and talk to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
He might. You should never give up. So,
So, but when you see that two brothers share such kind of a bond where they are
mm-hmm.
more like a friends, I'm sure that the people around you not that happy to see it, because people are happy to break each other's bond, right? So I'm sure that there must be people around you and who don't want to see that kind of a bond, or that kind of a brotherhood.
yeah.
So how do you try to avoid that outside noise? And was there any moment where it was actually on the verge of breaking, but then somehow you or he handled it?
Yeah, I will explain you in a very good example, which was always given or taught by my dad, my father. He has always taught me, Paris and Prince. One and one can be 11,
Yeah.
okay, and one minus one can be zero too. So you decide, both of you, you want to be 11 or you want to be zero. So we always kept that thing in my mind,
Yeah.
that we have to always stay together in
Yeah.
every sort of business, any sort of discussions, whatever is needed. Till date, everything, whatever we do, we discuss it with each other. Every little thing. If we do, it's not about the business. We are so frank. We are so open with each other. If you're buying any little things, if you're shopping together, he would ask you, Paras, how's this jacket? Well, I mean, we always
Yeah.
talk about such little things.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is the little thing when we are talking about the business closures, or
Yeah.
the business meeting,
Yeah.
when we are into business meetings and
Yeah.
we have to take some good decision. It is going to
Yeah.
be fruitful for us,
Yeah.
for our business or not. Then also we take each other's opinion. If we see that both our feelings do match, if the gut feeling says we can do it,
Yeah.
if we both together feel the same way,
Then
we
you end
do
up
it.
doing it. Okay.
If any one of us says no, I don't feel so, I don't feel like
So
doing
the
it,
other one don't go against it.
never ever. This is the strength
Wow.
of our brotherhoodship.
Wow. It's good. So now that you have decided to step into an education
Yeah.
industry now, so what's your decision and why actually education now? Because you've already had, like, I know that you're into the multiple businesses. So why you want to get into an education industry now?
When you educate someone, you don't just change their life, you change their generations. This is the kind of impact which I want to create, and that is possible
Yeah.
if we go ahead and work as a team.
Yes.
There are very few people who work this way. And I
Yeah.
personally feel that I wanted to get into this so that we can actually create such high impact into this industry, which can bring the revolution.
So, in your journey, Paris, you have met many strong women personally and professionally.
Yeah.
So, what do you have to say about the women's strength?
I'll say short and crisp, what I have learned and, found that woman is something that carries a storm inside very silently, but in an outer world, they still gives the sunshine, you know. This is
Yeah,
what
that's
I
true.
feel. Yeah.
And I say, like, behind every successful men or women, there's often a women who choose courage over comfort.
Right.
So you have to come out of your comfort zone to reach somewhere or to do anything in life.
If I look at the woman's side, women dream of stability and respect because they have been fighting since many centuries for their respect and dignity, and they are still fighting for it.
Yeah,
And I think they are right at their side, you know. So,
we deserve it.
yes, you deserve it. Yes. Yes. And in my opinion, I personally feel, a true man's character wherein he can define a man, the way he treats the woman, you know, all around when there is no benefit, but still he's offering a full respect, you know. That's how you can actually figure out the male character.
Yeah, it's not too much as a women, it's not that too much that we are asking, but I don't know, nowadays it's more like that the basic in a relationship, in a life, people often labeled as luxury. So when I say that, um, I expect a loyalty in a relationship, so this is not a luxury that I'm expecting from a man. This is something, a basic foundation that you have to provide this thing,
Right.
right? So we've been fighting for it, for our rights. We've been fighting to get that respect, to get that stability. So when we ask for that sort of a stability, it's often labeled as a gold digger sort of thing. No, it's not about being gold digger at all. Okay, there are some women out there, but I am not categorizing anyone here. Okay,
Yeah.
but if as a woman, if you think of any stability, or because you have not been given it throughout your life, या हमने कभी नहीं देखा है कि the older generations, that they had this opportunity to choose what they want in life. उनके पास कोई चॉइस ही नहीं थी ना, दे वर
Right.
ऑलवेज बीन कि ये करना है, सुबह ये करना है या शाम को ये करना है, राइट? बट नाउ देयर वाज दिस, आई डोंट नो हु दैट गाय इज, बट देन आई हर्ड हिम सेइंग कि आज के टाइम पर बहुत ऐसे मीम्स चलते हैं इंस्टाग्राम पे, वेयर दे से कि दिस इज़ द लास्ट जनरेशन ऑफ एन इनोसेंट मदर्स, you've seen it. No, this is not that last generation of an innocent mother, but
Right.
maybe this is the last generation of a patriarchy victim women's, right? Where now they are vocal about their thoughts.
Right.
So
That's the difference only, Now women do speak. They are open.
yeah.
And they feel comfortable sharing their thoughts. Earlier it was not possible wherein they can actually put in their feelings in front of somebody, They've been always been
So patriarchy wants women educated,
Right.
but not vocal.
right.
She want her pretty but not proud.
Right.
So it's not possible. So if I'm an educated person, I will have my opinion.
Right, definitely.
Okay, I want to say this is white and this is black and this is gray for that matter, right?
And one should always do that.
Yes.
I've always believed that. Yep.
Yeah, you can't suppress the voice and then call them innocent. No.
Yeah.
And if you think your mother used to do certain things and even when she don't want to do it, so it's not that she was innocent, but maybe there was no one that she can rely on, or
Right.
she can share her pain or thoughts.
Right.
Now is the time where you're vocal about it. Ki, no, I am not okay with this thing. And I feel this way. I will always stand by it. Ki if there is anything which is hurting you, please be vocal about
Right.
it. Right?
Completely agree with.
So, in a world where everyone wants more, I need less. Less of noise, less of stress, and less of drama. So, at least I can have a peaceful life.
Yeah.
So, Paris, through heartbreak, business, brotherhood, and success. So, through all of this, what has life taught you about respecting a woman?
Well, I think respecting a woman is not a rule given by any book or sort. It is the character, that shows that you should offer a respect, you know. So that
And it's a
shows your
true
character.
reflection
Yeah, it's a
of who
true
you are.
reflection. Yep, who you are. Yes.
Yeah. So, what is the best piece of advice you have ever received?
The best advice I have ever received, is never become so thirsty in life that you drink from every cup which is presented to you. That is how you get poisoned. So I
Absolutely, it's so
always
true.
keep this in my mind.
It's good and
Yeah.
it's deep as well.
Yep, it is. It is.
So, was there a moment that you wanted to give up?
Yeah, there were many. And the only thought was, if I quit today,
Yeah.
what happens? I will go back to the same place where I wanted to get escape. That's kept me going and ongoing process.
So, what does feminism mean to you now as a businessman and as an entrepreneur?
For my company, for my business, whenever we do hiring, we always uh, don't we don't actually differentiate between a man and a woman. You know, we focus on the talent, and you won't believe women have always outperformed. You know,
See, for me, feminism is about being fair, as in where you actually choose a talent and you give women a space to perform
right,
without differentiating and without seeing the gender. It's
right,
just like, there is an opportunity, you give it to the talent. Don't be biased towards any gender.
definitely,
Feminism means equality in a way where you give them the space to perform.
right.
So, Paris, your story shows love, friendship, leadership, and entrepreneurship. And I think it's the best example of life doesn't always gives you what we want,
Right.
but it always gives you what you needed to grow.
Right.
And I think it's really amazing to know about your journey. And thank you so much for sharing it with all of us.
I thank you so very much, for your kind words and being a part of my journey since day one.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for watching Rise and Radiate with Anjum. Stay connected.